The Senate has indeed voted to advance the near $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill. Look who's here, Senator Mike Braun, Republican from Indiana. Mr. Senator, what needs to happen for you to support this bill?
Well, last night we had the first step, Stu, and that was procedurally to get it started. And there were 32 Republicans, I think, that did not vote to do that. That could mean even more might vote against the underlying bill. So I'm for infrastructure. It's probably behind defense. I think the most important thing we ought to do well here, but we've turned the page on real pay-fors. Back home in Indiana, and even here, user fees used to be the foundation of what we spend on roads and bridges. That takes a little bit of political will. Hoosiers wanted better infrastructure, 70%. 70 didn't want their taxes to go up. So it's a difficult conversation. We now are financing all of our infrastructure out of the general fund, and it's a hodgepodge of stuff put together, not hard pay-fors. That's going to turn a lot of Republicans off.
Are we going to get any serious action on real infrastructure? And by that I mean roads, bridges, tunnels, maybe even digital communication. Are we going to get payments, are going to get some money towards real infrastructure at any point?
We're definitely going to get that, and that's going to go through over the next few days. It's in the range of $550 billion in terms of what we're spending above and beyond the baseline. So we're going to get that, but then it's been linked to this abomination, I call it a debt and inflation bomb of soft infrastructure. All issues that are bona fide, but Pelosi said they're connected at the hip. 3.5 trillion. Stu, we throw trillions around like billions used to be, and it's going to have a price to pay in the long run, and even the midterm, I think, in 2022 will reflect it.
Mr. Senator, we're seeing new mask mandates all over the country. I think it slows the economy and is a gross intrusion into our personal, individual liberty and freedom. How do you see it?
I see it as the same thing, and I see this as kind of a looping back to the past where we've got bureaucrats driving the dynamic, not only of what we've come through, but here again. And I'm hoping governors across the country learn what they've gone through, and that these mask mandates around masking, shutdowns, essential, non-essential businesses don't make sense. The states that did that needed a bailout from the federal government. Be responsible, do the things that most businesses did to keep their customers and employees safe, get rid of the heavy hand of government.
But if this goes through, if you get serious mask and vaccine mandates, you could have blue states in a real mess and begging for another bailout. That could happen, couldn't it?
And it's happened in the past, and we don't want to repeat it. Plus, it's going to hurt small businesses more than anyone. They've been devastated by the heavy hand of government through this, and we can't repeat it. My wife has one in our main street in my hometown, and you need to get her on here to give a real good depiction of what that would mean.
It's an open invitation, Mr. Senator, anytime you like. Thanks for being with us today, sir. We always appreciate it.
You bet.
Yeah.